Well, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this book. It's about. I found it. I got it from my niece. My niece, and it's about our life in Snyder County, and my family. So I found it kind of interesting. Got my family in it. Oh yeah. Anyways, somebody interested in reading it. In the back, it's got right there in the back. You'll find it.
Around my table.
Olive plants.
Olive plants on my table.
That's all right. Yep.
Go with the Dan Troyer family as they experience God's timely provisions in protecting hand time and time again. Many moves and a large active family make a very good, interesting read.
Yeah.
Now, who's Dan? Dan.
That'd be my dad's cousin. We lived right side by side in the yard, worked together.
Okay.
And it's about the life there in Snyder County and how they. Maddie actually had a whole bunch of twins. She had 3 sets of twins, just boom, 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 boom. Then Ben, he was my age, and he was killed in a tank explosion. That's in there too. But yeah, I found it pretty interesting. He even got here. I'll show you right here. I didn't realize I had this in here. You know who that is?
Well, that's my mom.
Yeah, got your mom in there.
See, Harry Troyer, and it's got his
Kids in it.
birthday.
Yeah. Anyways.
They like to keep track of who was born and where they were born.
Oh yeah. And the thing about it is, what I find it interesting is it has some of the accounts that my mom told me about in here. Mm-hmm. Not all of them, but it's pretty good.
Now, is there like an actual family tree book you can get?
Oh yeah.
With all your names and.
Absolutely. You go to Anabaptist.com and you can find, like we have a Troyer book that has all our family in it. Mm-hmm. It goes all the way back to Switzerland, to Hans Dreyer, who was drowned in the Willamette River. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
They kept pretty good track of their ancestors.
Oh yeah, they do.
No need for Ancestry.com around here. We got books.
Anyways, I'd like to get a Troyer book sometime because there's a lot of stories about the Troyers in there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to talk about Exodus here, Exodus 20. And, the Amish, being just an Amish channel, I try to talk about Amish because that's my heritage and everything. But anyways, in Exodus 20 verse 4 it says, "You shall make no unto you any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath." And that's the second commandment. And the Amish take that very seriously. God said in the beginning, He said, "Let us make man after our own image." So He created man after His own image. Mm-hmm. So the Amish don't believe in having any pictures on their walls, any photographs of any kind. Now they will have a few photographs of calendars with like a shed or a barn or a bridge or something on it.
Mm-hmm. But do they consider a picture a graven image?
They consider a picture a graven image, just like any kind of photography is. They consider, that's why they don't like to have any of their picture taken. Now, I know growing up, I was really taught against that. Like, we had a photographer or a journalist come to our school when I went to a one-room school. There was like 30 of us kids in there and one teacher. She was just, young teacher, didn't know a whole lot, but anyways, this gal come in to do a story about our school in the local paper, and we were in there in the school. She wanted to line us all up against the wall and take a school photograph of us, for the paper, for records. Which I was surprised. My dad went to public school. Him and a couple of his sisters. He found a photograph in a local paper in Michigan with him and his sister. He was so proud of that, and I was like, "Gee whiz, Dad, He didn't want me to take a picture of me when I was young, but."
Well, let's see, Grandpa, he was, in the book it says he was born in 1924?
Yep, 1924.
So when he was in school, it was probably in the 30s.
Right, it was just when they were starting to separate the schools, and get their own schools and stuff. But anyways, this gal come in and she wanted to line us all up on one wall there to take a picture, and the school teacher told us, and in German that we should all run out and hide ourselves, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we wouldn't. She couldn't take our picture. So this gal was trying to take our picture and stuff, and we all ran out of the schoolhouse. And I remember crawling under the schoolhouse, hiding under the schoolhouse, you know. And some of them ran into the horse shed and where we kept the ponies and stuff we drove to school. And yeah.
Didn't want to get your picture taken.
No, some of them ran into the outhouse, and we just completely disappeared. And this poor gal, I always felt sorry for her afterwards, but yeah, she never got a picture. I imagine she wrote a story about all that, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That probably made some for a good article, you know.
Oh yeah.
Newspaper or something.
But yeah, it amazes me how people that go into Amish settlements and how they try to be so careful not to take their picture and stuff because. And I know, like down in Heston, there's an Eli Mast down there, and he's really strong. And there was some people that came there and wanted to take his picture, and they kind of knew how he was. And so they tried to get his picture, and he grabbed a pitchfork, come right up, and stuck it right by their feet, you know. And he said, "You get out of here." And oh yeah, they get pretty violent. He tried to take their picture.
He wasn't about to have any graven images made of him, huh?
No, no way. And yeah, they'll stick a pitchfork in you if you're not careful. But, yeah, it amazed me. I know, like, it's amazing. Like, you try to even share the gospel with them. Like, up in New York, when we had the cheese factory up there. After, you know, I was excommunicated, I went up to the cheese factory, and we had an intercom system in there. And I was out in the office, so I started talking about different things in the office. And my cousin in the back got so mad about that, you know, and they said, "You get out of here." And I said, "It's okay. I got as much right here to be as you guys," because we had money invested in the place, you know, even though I was excommunicated. But anyway, they come out the door, and next thing I knew, they grabbed one on each side. My cousins were quite a bit stronger than me, you know, bigger. Mm-hmm. And they carried me out the door and tossed me out, you know, threw me out of the building. Like, okay.
Didn't want you to tell them they didn't need to hear or didn't want to hear.
No. Amish actually are pretty aggressive people. Mm-hmm. You know, and
well, you know, as human beings, when we're in a mindset, we don't want to be taken.
Oh no,
we don't like to hear things that challenge our mindset.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, especially when we get comfortable in something, when we get challenged at something. I think that's a lot of people go, "Oh, I was at church the other day, you know, and this person said this, and that pissed me off. I ain't going back there, you know."
Oh yeah.
And that's because they said something that, you know, challenged their belief or challenged something they were doing, and you know.
You know, if you can get free from that, just like that's so stupid being like that. I mean, I have no understanding why we get that way, but we do. We all do.
Oh yeah, it's just human nature.
Yeah, but some people allow it, and we don't have to allow it. We don't have to allow it to take our joy and our freedom away. That's the problem. No, but some people do that. But this is so clear, you know. I mean, this is one of the second of the 10 Commandments, and this is like in all your like your courthouse and stuff. The 10 Commandments are, and I don't understand like our society why they don't understand why the Amish don't, you know, because it's so clear.
Well, how do you feel about like the Catholics making statues?
Oh, that's the same way, you know. Now,
you're not Amish anymore, obviously, you know.
Not really,
me? Like you're excommunicated.
I'm excommunicated.
You believe different than they do at this point, like biblically speaking.
Well, yeah, I came to the understanding of salvation. That salvation is through God's provision through His Son.
Right.
So it's not really, you know, if we want to go by the 10 Commandments and go by this, you know, I was just reading right here in Exodus. God told me, if you make a stone altar unto me, and if you take a hammer and you use a tool on it to chip the rocks, you know, then you've polluted it, and I can't accept that.
So if you make an altar to Him, it would have to be completely
with natural stone, without chipping it or anything. And then He goes and says, and this is a good one. This is for our society. This is a good one. Neither shall you go up the steps to your altar, that your nakedness may be not discovered. In other words, they didn't wear pants. They wore skirt or robes, you know. Mm-hmm. And if you walk up them steps to go to the altar to put your sacrifice up there, then you look up the bottom, you know, and see your ass, you know.
you get in trouble.
Yeah, God
You're
said
in
you
trouble.
shouldn't do that. You can't do that.
Well, there's a lot of things in the Old Testament that if you know,
Oh yeah,
like if you're on your period, you know, you're supposed to get out of the camp.
go out of camp.
And if a man accidentally touches a rag that you clean yourself with or something,
He's
out of the
unclean.
camp too. You know,
He's out of the
He's
camp.
filthy. If you touch a dead body, you're out of the camp. You know,
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of rules and on cleanliness and stuff in the Old Testament as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
You know,
oh yeah.
especially in like Numbers and Exodus. And all
You know, I
those.
feel sorry for the Jewish people because I mean they can't even hardly turn over without. You know, they have a refrigerator set up so that they don't start up on the Sabbath because you're not supposed to start any fire on the Sabbath.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of things like that that we cannot become holy enough to God to please Him. So He saw that, so He looked all over the earth to find that, and He couldn't find anybody to bring reconciliation between Him and us. So He sent His Son to be the propitiation, to be mediator between us. In other words, our lawyer.
Yeah.
And He was tempted in all points like you, yet without sin. So therefore, He's a true and faithful high priest to make intercession for us before God.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Christ came to die for us, and that sets us free from all religions and Judaism and all the old. And I mean, there's a lot of good things in here. Just like when they went through the wilderness, God told them to, on the end of their spear, to put a spade on the end of their spear so that they could dig a hole to bury their shit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so that it didn't make a stench on the earth, so He could come near unto them. And that's a good thing. I mean, we should. We should all do that. That's why we got septic tanks and sewer lines, lateral lines, and everything else, is just to take care of our waste so it doesn't stink. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the rules that God made for them actually benefited them.
Benefited them.
It's
Benefits all humanity today.
You
Yeah.
take circumcision, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's beneficial.
Oh yeah.
You cut
Here.
your skin off so you don't get infections and
Right.
stuff in it.
Get your dick in it to blow up twice its size,
Right.
black and blue. You know. Can't walk.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Back then when that rule came about, there was a whole bunch of grown-ass men that had to get
Their dick cut.
circumcised.
Their
you know.
skin cut off. Yeah. Painful. I tell you what. Very painful. First-hand experience. Yeah.